I didn't mean to go live just now, but I did. Okay. Well, you know me. Hold on just a minute. Didn't mean to go live, but I am live. So, how about that? How about that? Just let's deal with this 1 minute at a time, and I'll go in there and turn down my other TV. It'll take me just a second. I did not mean to hit that live button just now, but we're going to get into this because there's some breaking news, and go ahead and put out JLRs because I'm going to use him. There he is. Just a minute. Let's see. Where is he at? Right here. All right. Give me just a minute, y'all. Welcome in anybody.
You know, they're doing their job. So that's just my take.
I think this will be solved soon. Based off what you've been seeing, what you saw here today.
So anyway, we're using JLRs.
Last night they're at the
I got to
son-in-law and Annie's home.
I was going live. Hello,
it's
everybody. Welcome in. And I did not mean to hit the
the
live button.
Those, you know,
so I have to run to the potty real
There's
quick.
A lot of things that
and I have
nation
to
doesn't know. There's a lot of
let
things
my dog back
quiet,
in. So just stay here just a moment. Come in, welcome in, and I'll be right back. Oops, I didn't want to turn it off and turn it back on.
Does break,
there is some breaking news. The police are back out at Nancy's, and from what I understand, what I've been watching, they've been looking in a manhole.
It will get solved. It's just a matter of time and when. This is the third time or fourth time that the sheriff's department has been out and investigators have been out to this scene. So, and from what I'm hearing, it's somewhat normal because they might have missed something or, whatever it is. But I think it's very odd that it's taken 3 times or 4 times to come out here to, and I understand they get tips. And one tip leads to this and one tip leads to that. And that's why last night they were out here. They were out here again today, obviously. So, and I don't know what they're looking for. I honestly, truly don't know what they're looking for. They had taken off a camera. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before when they got on the FBI was on the roof of and I believe it's a guest house is from what I've seen on the news, it's a guest house. But wouldn't you have thought when they did the initial investigations that they would have seen this camera? So I don't know. There's a lot of a lot of moving parts, but things I feel like are missing.
Gotcha. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Hey,
as
welcome.
A Tucson resident, hopefully she's found soon. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome, buddy.
Be safe. Thank you.
Hey, I will. Thank you.
Gaylord?
Yes.
How are you, sir? How you doing?
Hi. What's your name?
Hey, Jim. Nice to meet you. My daughter, my wife has been a big fan of you guys.
Oh, what's your name?
Jackie.
And I don't know if it's okay if we take a picture of you with my wife.
For years and years now.
Very nice. I always watch you all, and you do an awesome job. I really thank you. You do really good. That's awesome that you're taking a picture. I'm sorry, now I'm nervous. Okay.
All right. Thank you, y'all. I am so sorry about that. I am very, very, very sorry. I didn't mean to hit the go live button. So I had to go ahead and start playing this. And I had to let my dogs in. Hello, Linda. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Millie. Hello. Hello. We're watching JLR for a minute, so I want to make sure that this copyright disclaimer, thank you, Millie, is up. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use and purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting,
thank you. Thanks for saying hi.
teaching, scholarship, and research. Anything
all right, folks, we were back.
Is belongs to the that I show
Sheriff's still here.
belongs
Deputy's
to their
here.
respective owners.
Deputies.
I don't mean to step on anybody's toes.
So you hear from a resident,
They're at
and
Nancy's house. Evidently, it is breaking.
if you're out in the
They
area
have
and you're
been
watching and you
down
want
manholes.
to say something about
So
this
let's
whole case
listen
you
for
would get
just
off
a
your
minute.
chest.
Just a minute,
Come,
okay?
come on in.
Full credit,
talk to
please
you.
go sign up
We'll
to
hear what you have to say.
JLR. Hello,
whether you-
Chi. Welcome in, everybody.
Whatever your
I
opinion
didn't
is
mean to
about
hit
the
that live
situation,
button, and I
you know,
did, honey.
it's always good
so
to
it
hear
was on.
from
It
residents,
was on.
the residents' point of view, residents' take. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about the situation. Here we are. Here we are, folks. All right, so they're still here. So what's going to happen next? We got some activity behind me. Like a truck coming in. That's CNN's Ed Lavandera right there.
So for those coming in, we're doing some live updates. Hey, Raymond. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We're doing some live updates right now. We're watching JLR. I knew I was so happy.
Sheriffs are still here, so there might be some sort of something else being done.
I've been watching this for like about the last 45 minutes or so, but I could not come on till now. I'm going to accidentally hit the button before it was time.
Got it a long time ago. Looks nice. The old Ford.
Okay. So there are breaking developments. They are at Nancy's house again right now. It seems that they have been looking in her yard and down in a manhole. Can you imagine?
But in this case, we don't even have any vehicle. And they're still not saying a suspect has been identified, person of interest, no vehicle.
Come back to this in just a second. Okay, so full credit, just so you know, goes to JLR. I want to tell y'all, welcome in, everybody. Thank you for coming in. We have some updates going on here in Nancy Gerthy's case. She's the 84-year-old mother of Savannah and a co-anchor of NBC, and we are all worried about her. Everybody has been worried about her since she has been gone. I will tell you, I was watching a psychic today. I think Psychic Lynn. I just subbed up to her. She was about 11 minutes. It wasn't nothing much, but she said in there, I don't know if she made it last night or tonight. You can believe it or not believe it. But she said, and I just wanted to bring it to your attention, day 8, she would be found. We'll see. I hope she's found safe, but we'll see. So quick heads up, we're just focusing on whatever verified information that we can get. Something is happening again at Nancy's house, and you know, something brought them very swiftly back out there. I don't have any reports yet of any news conferences or anything like that. Nancy was reported missing from her Arizona home. As you know, blood was found. There was a crime scene. They were calling it a crime scene from day 1. And this has been going on since January 31st, right? January 31st. So we're in day 8, I believe. You know, blood was found at the scene, and she's got a pacemaker. The pacemaker was disabled, allegedly, before she vanished. At least her phone and everything was. They got timelines that they are using for that. Doorbells was took down or broken or whatever. We saw the floodlight broken. Hello, Deanna. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. But they have been treating this as an abduction. Savannah and her sister and her brother came out yesterday. Savannah was doing the talking, and she was saying, hey, we will pay there have been ransom notes. There's been an imposter that they have arrested with a ransom note. This has been wild. Tape up, tape down. They have come back and got her car, towed her car. So this is a wild, wild case. You know, this should not even be going on. The family, as we know, they released that video last night asking for her safe return. They said they're willing to pay, and that they understand now. So we had FBI and the police come in a couple of days ago, swoop the media out or down the road, block it off again, put up the tape. The ladders went up, and allegedly they found another camera or some things on the roof. I'm wondering if after that review, allegedly, I'm wondering if they went back out and that's what brought them to this manhole deal, or if it's just a fluke. Hey, Raw Beanie. Hello, hello. Oma, hello, hello. South Carolina there. Hello, hello. Could there be could the flashes of the picture be the serial numbers on the ransom money? Boom, boom. It could be. It could be. They took, yeah. You know what? You are right. And they could have went in there just to do that at that home. But the problem is, I don't think they've been staying at that home. And I did not even realize that until this morning. From my understanding, they have not been staying at that home. But yeah, that it could be. But you know, I don't know if they would do it in the dark or not, because if you think about it, take a picture of money. You can still get the serial number on things in the light. Hey, I'm blind, but I ain't that blind, you know? So I don't know. But we know authorities are reviewing these messages now. Let's go back. Let's give full credit to JLR. Let's see what is happening now. Let's see. Let's see. Whoop. How do I get back? Lord, where's he at? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So full credit goes to JLR. Please go sub up to him. Welcome in everyone coming in. I appreciate everyone being here. I feel like personally something may happen today. We also know the FBI and Pima, let me say it right, Pima County sheriffs are actively investigating, including they seized Nancy's vehicle and surveillance equipment. Okay. Evidence was confirmed that the blood was hers. The pacemaker and camera was disabled. And we know that they're working with FBI, and FBI is in charge of the ransom notes. So there's that. What they're not doing, they're not naming any suspects right now. They're not naming any suspects as of yet. Will there be a suspect today? Will somebody go down for this today? You know, let's keep the chat respectful, which y'all always do. But what do y'all think? Do you think that an arrest is coming soon? Put a 1 if you think an arrest is coming soon, or a 2 if you think no. 1, arrest coming soon. 2, if you think no. I think so too. I think there will be an arrest very soon. I pray it's not a family
We're
member
gonna see what
too.
happens next.
That's the last thing you want to think, right? You know, that's the last thing. Hey DJ, hello, welcome in one. So we have more ones. Y'all think that the arrests are coming? I do too. And I think they'll find her soon. Hey, Wade. Hello, Wade. Michelle's Jewelry. Hello. Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. I want to remind everyone too, if you have any information, you should contact the law enforcement. Obviously, they are doing their jobs. They're going out every chance that they get. They're following every lead. But guess what? Every lead keeps taking them back to Nancy's house. Why is that? Woo! Thank you, Gypsy. Thank you, Gypsy. Gypsy became a YouTube member.
Standoff at the
Thank
Dilly
you.
Detention Center. Well, that
I
reporter right there
appreciate you,
was her.
honey.
Ed Levendera.
So every lead keeps going back to Nancy's house, with the exception of
Is police chief friends with the brother-in-law? Great question, Carmen Jamal.
with the exception of
I mean,
they
why isn't
yesterday
you're talking about the sheriff Nanos? Why isn't Sheriff
That's what I'm
Nanos
saying.
like? Why does he refuse to
they went to
acknowledge
Annie's
Tommaso
is
by
all I was
name
gonna say.
and says, "Well, I don't want to say who dropped Nancy off. I won't even say who it is. Now it says his family."
I thought it was interesting. I'm gonna pause that a minute. I thought it was interesting. Actually, hold on a minute. You know what? I'm not gonna pause it. I'm not gonna pause it in case y'all see anything happening. Hold on a minute. Actually,
There's something could be brewing here.
okay. Actually, I'm not gonna pause it. I'm just going to mute it. And if y'all see anything happening, get my attention. But always, y'all go over and sign up to JLR. I have really liked him from day one. I know everybody can have their own opinions and thoughts, but he is good, in my opinion, at what he does. And he's boots on the ground and he works hard and he's getting the job done. I was so thrilled to hear he was going there. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for being here. Please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share. And please make sure that you go over and share to or go over and sub up to JLR, Boots on the Ground. Boots on the Ground. Full credit to JLR. But as always, if you have any information, call 5203-514900. Thank you for being number 15. Thank you. Y'all make sure you hit that thumbs up. This situation is ongoing, okay? So I'm going to do these updates. I am going to come on here and let you know what is going on, especially when it's this serious. And, it is serious all the way through. But right now, they have some real stuff going on. And they're extremely active right now. Something brought them back to that house. Something brought them down to look in a manhole. Why? Why are they looking in the manhole? Was it that camera on the roof? Was it another tip? What was the reason? Why didn't they do that before? But what was the reason? We know Savannah and her siblings posted that video, and we don't know if they received another message. As far as I know, there's been no proof of life. And time is ticking. Time is ticking. But they want their mother, Miss Nancy returned safely. Okay. Right now, this is an extremely active investigation. Extremely active. When he walked by the manhole, that it smelled really bad. Oh my word. See, I didn't see that part. I did see him when he was walking to the store, but I didn't see him when he was walking by the manhole. I guess that was one of those times I had to get up. I had to get up and go, right? But, you know, I did hear a while ago when I was listening, before I hit the live button, that it said, look for buzzards. I don't know these things. I know buzzards come down when there's, you know, I know all that. But hey, Andy, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. But would the buzzards, or I don't think that they would notice, in my opinion, the buzzards, if she was down in the manhole. That's all. I just don't think that would happen. Let's go back and see what is happening over here. What is cooking? Let's go back and see. Thank you, Raymond. Raymond gifted a membership. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so
The
much.
whole street's full of people.
Oh,
This is what it looks like. Literally out in front of Nancy Guthrie's home. Look, it's just a big giant spectacle, man.
wow.
I'm telling you, it's becoming like crime scene, tourist people. It's media. It's just people coming around just taking pictures, people walking their dogs. It's a circus out here, seriously. Goes all the way down the street.
That one guy said he never.
And then this way too.
anything
It's
like
just tons
this.
of them. This
And
way,
he's
it's just
lived there for a
people. Like
long
they just
time.
line up. Look how many people are here. Dude, there's so many people here.
Hey, Jude.
And then it goes all the way up the road. This is in front of her house.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
Is that crazy or what? Got sheriffs out here.
There still is no named suspects. Nobody has confirmed any suspects.
I don't know. Do you consider this a circus?
I wonder
it's just
if we're
there's
going to
more
have a
people that
press
are arriving.
conference
They just
today.
keep coming.
Nancy's been
outside of her
missing
house.
since January 31st, 2026, on into the morning of February 1st.
I wouldn't be shocked if there's some vendors that start coming here and selling things. Seriously. Crazy.
Like at 7:45, 8 o'clock. Yeah. They're hardest hours.
Andy said the septic tank would smell because it's not being used. If they sit for long, they
Food truck,
will smell
taco truck.
bad. Oh, wow. Okay.
Lemonade stand.
Do they really have? Oh, he's saying they need a lemonade stand. I was like, do they really have a lemonade stand already? For real? I had to look twice.
I personally think they're going to search around here.
And then you had Donald Trump, who said, what? There's going to be a resolution soon.
At one point.
If they don't find her today, or they don't make any arrests today, tomorrow, I don't know what time. I don't know if it's midnight tonight. I don't know if it's tomorrow. But there is the other ransom note with the other deadline on it. So,
I think at one
again,
point they're going to do like
let me
grid
pause.
searches,
Let me turn this down.
check other people's manholes. I do.
Okay, so let me turn that down. Y'all also sub up to JLR Investigates, please. And We're going to be watching in case something happens because he's going to get it. I assure you, he's going to get it. He's there, boots on the ground, and he's going to get it. Nancy's daughter, Savannah, her son, and Savannah, they did the very short thing yesterday and told the world they were going to pay. They understand, although they were talking to whoever took her. So I think that's very important. And then now we got this. So what in the heck is going on? Did they get another tip, or was that time bought? And was it something that they got off the roof and they got to see or analyze? Because I feel like that camera on the roof, if that truly indeed was a camera, I feel like that whoever, whether it be family members or anybody else, was not. And you know what I was thinking about? All right, what about what about months ago we saw it? What about the what Nancy had put about the cameras? And there was people out in the yard. Okay, what if she didn't have this Nest camera at that time? I don't know. But whether she did or didn't, and whether she added another camera or not, whatever the reasoning, and these people were saying or said that they've seen people out, like strangers or lurkers or whatever, before this happened. I wonder if it was just somebody that knew her, not the family necessarily, but somebody trying to do dry runs, trying to pre-plan, trying to think. And if Nancy felt unsafe or saw something on camera or heard something, maybe she wanted to up her stuff, you know? I don't know. What do y'all think? I think I turned it up. I just think he don't have any sound right now. But yeah, you get what I'm talking about, don't you? Like, we saw that. So she was asking about cameras. I mean, what if somebody was there? Look, somebody, and I'm not going to say who because no suspects have been named, but somebody who is very suspect only lives down the freaking road. They could have walked there even without somebody else knowing. Oh, I'm just going out for a stroll. I'm going to walk to the Circle K or whatever. You don't never know. You never know in these cases. Also, Nancy's daughter, Annie, and her son-in-law, Tommaso, were the last people to see her, you know, dropping off Nancy at home. Allegedly, they had this dinner on January 31st. Was the dinner in the house or at a restaurant? Does anybody know that for a fact? Was it at home, at the house? Because like I said earlier, and like I said yesterday, and I meant what I said, it's mighty strange to me. Hey, the other Sharon, it's mighty strange to me that she took an Uber to her daughter's. I know, hey, Jude, and I hope it's not. That she took an Uber to her daughter's, and, you know, even Betty was saying, well, they were drinking and they were this, that, and other. But I even posted in Betty's and said, yeah, but if you think about it, and y'all go up and sub up to Bullhorn Betty. She has been on this case as well from day one. She's been working her ass off too. But listen, like I said, listen, honey, why would you need a Uber before you start drinking? it's been said by the law enforcement that one of those family members, at first it was Annie, then it was Thomaso, had brought her home. Now we don't know. We don't really care. That's not important. My point is, why does she need an Uber before and not after? You need an Uber when you're drinking, not before you're drinking. Just saying. Just saying. So that don't make any sense to me. And that's just me and my thoughts and opinions. Yeah, and you know, I agree. So, but you do not need an Uber before drinking. You need an Uber after drinking, especially if you're going to do that. But then again, it's strange to me why her car was all banged up. But then again, she's, she was old. There's no telling. I don't know. Maybe that was a fluke. Maybe she run into a few poles at a few of those damn. I've done that too. A few of those damn concrete things or whatever up there at Circle K one too many times. Just saying. But it was said that a family member dropped Nancy off at her home following the dinner on the 31st. If they were all that drinky, I'd have just let my mama stay all night with me, but maybe mama wanted to go back and get in her own bed. You know how that is sometimes too. But they have all spoke, y'all. They've all spoke, all of the children. Cameron, the son, Savannah, and Annie. Although I think the least that has spoke has been Annie. And in my opinion, that's just an observation. Now, Cameron, the son, and Savannah so of course, Savannah spoke the most because she's a co-anchor. That's nothing to her to speak to the cameras. But Cameron has spoke. I would really love to see Annie speak by herself. I know she's got a lot of judgment in public opinion going on right now, but I would be willing to bet you that not only am I sitting over here, thousands of miles away, am the only one who would love to see her speak more than 3 minutes reading a paper. I would be willing to bet law enforcement would love to see and hear her speak. That's just my opinion. So they all have spoke though, and they will pay, but that's just my observation. They all do look tired. They all do look worn out. And that is the truth though. That is a fact. I think they're letting Savannah do most of the talking. I think because, she's a co-anchor. She's used to it, and I think she's good at it considering all that's going on right now, to be honest with you. To be honest. She speaks to the world, though. She speaks to the nation, and she speaks to people on a daily basis. She's not afraid of the cameras. But this is her mother, y'all. So there is a difference. This is her mother. And one thing I can tell after seeing everything that I've saw, everything that I've looked at, everything that I've researched, and everything that I hear, Savannah and her mom seem to be very, very, very close. Period. End of story. But I think that her mom was very close, no doubt. I would just like to see more of the others speak. I don't guess it's going to matter, though, if they get anybody in any cuffs today, right? And that just may happen. Let's go back and see what's going on.
Oh, okay. If you need me to move, let me know. Once he leaves, I'm gonna move out of that spot. Yeah. Yeah, you're from LA. You guys know.
Yes, they do seem really close. They do. I would just like to see Annie speak on her own. And where is her husband? Where is Tomasio? You know, where is he at? It's unusual, as close as he should be to his mother-in-law and things going on, but he hasn't been.
This is me.
Yeah, that's what Andy, one of the neighbors or somebody that was there talking to JLR just a few minutes ago, said. In their opinion, he's very suspect and number one, and he has not. He told JLR that the son-in-law has not been seen, heard, or anything. Maybe he's just trying to detach himself from all this craziness, this media. But hey, I look at it this way: he was in a band. He don't have no shyness. Look, he'd be walking right on by them people. Something is wrong with this case, and I just hope it's not what everybody thinks. It's worrisome. I know if something happened to my mom, which she's no longer with us, or my husband's, we would be there for each other. I've never seen anything like this. This is very strange, but everybody to each his own. Everybody to each his own. You know. Yeah, Millie, you know that. And that's normal. I mean, you would be right there with them somewhere at some time. Now, I can understand doing the first one and no need to have nobody there or anything like that. But really, where is everybody?
All
I
right,
don't
let's
know.
go out here,
People
folks.
just live different lives. I don't
Keep it
know.
here.
One thing you can be sure, though, they got their eyes on him. Nobody's been cleared. They got their eyes on him. You know. But all the children last night, as we saw, and it's been played over and over again, and we'll play it probably in a little bit, but it's been over and over again. It was short, and it was, it was short. They come out, they said, they begged for their mom's safe return. Savannah said, we beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. That can mean many different things, but a celebration of life. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people's going there too. Are they kind of accepting she may not be alive any longer? I don't know. I don't really want to think that. I want to think they have hope. But she said, this is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us. That's what she said. And I know y'all didn't miss that.
Yeah.
Savannah said, that's the only way we'll have peace. So I have to wonder, when she said, though, something caught my attention. I don't know if it caught your attention or not. When she said this, and it may have just been a mistake. When she said, hold on just a minute, Laura. When she said,
Just planning out here, seeing what's going on, folks.
when she said, this is very valuable to us, was that a common mistake, or did that stand out, or what did she mean?
I don't know
She
what
is
this is
very
about here.
valuable to us. I'm not judging her. I'm asking
But it's more
because
of a
I'm
just like to see
wondering if that was
stamp. I
a
don't know. I don't know.
some kind of
I don't know what's
sign or
planned.
code or something.
I don't know what's popping off.
Were they asking for something specific? Because she said, we understand now that is very valuable to us. But did she mean her mom? Or was she trying, or was there something else in there? I don't know. I just caught that. Yeah, exactly. Me too. That's what I think, Millie. I think it was something that was in the ransom, and they said it that way because for the people whoever did the ransom or whatever. Somebody asked for something very specific, and I heard on another news station. I apologize, I have to think of the name of it. K something, but it wasn't Cold, it was somebody else. And I had a timestamp and everything. I think I posted it. They're allegedly they were asking for $6 million in ransom. That's what that news station said today on Facebook. Oh, Laura, I took your thing down without asking. I'm sorry. What in the hell just say? Why did they leave the ransom to the family? Don't understand that. You mean the money or the note? Now the notes was sent out to the to the stations. I don't know if they literally went back and contacted the family or not. They could have. That's very possible. But do you mean why are they leaving the money up to the family? I don't know, but it's not like even Savannah, it's not like anybody has that much money laying around. And it is the weekend. And we don't know. She could have all these tied up in assets or homes. I mean, you might have to sell a few things. And if you think about it, because she does have these friends in high places, maybe, just maybe, that's why Trump is involved. Maybe he's helping her come up with some things. I don't know. I wouldn't presume to know, honey. This case is gone way out there. Full credit to JLR. JLR investigates, boots on the ground. For those coming in, please hit that like, subscribe. That's all free. Go over if you're not already and sub up to JLR Investigates. He is out there doing the work. This is his video. He gets full credit. He is live right now. I don't like to go do people when they're doing their lives, but this case is too important. And I did look around. I'm not the only one. I think he'll be okay with it. If not, I'll just take my chances because this is so important. What's happening right now is very important.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
Not
Yeah,
to the family, but to the world. We don't see this every day about ransom notes. This is not a movie. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just very important.
This is super close to the crime scene for active case. Is it normal for them not to fully close the road except to residents? I don't even think it's like a crime scene taped off like crime scene.
Good.
I mean, obviously,
Thank
there's
you.
a
See,
crime
I didn't
that
get to
occurred
see.
here.
I've been doing my own thing. I've had
It's not
to.
taped
Thank
off.
you
It's
for
been
that, Andy.
released. Pima County Sheriff arrived here early this morning, but nobody's here at night. I mean, is it like, it's crazy. Like, I would have thought until Nancy is found that this entire property would have been taped off. Let's just use hypothetically with Moscow, Idaho, right? 1122 King Road. As soon as the crime happened, they literally had it taped up. That's it. Till they tore the house down. They had it taped up, and then they put fence up. They didn't let anyone go there. Now, you know, murders happened there. This is more of a kidnapping, but there was blood here and everything. Like, why release the scene and then come and then release it and then come back and find more evidence? Maybe not. And like we've discussed,
Hey, small town girl,
you
thank
could
you for
arguably
being
say, defense
here.
attorney could say that the property has been contaminated, compromised. It's almost like, but you know, we heard from the beginning, even when the original search went out, they didn't have the thermal imagery in the sky to be able to, the Pima County didn't have it. They had to wait on that. You know, every crucial moment. You know, we could play Monday morning quarterback, but there has been a lot of mishaps here and missteps with the situation. But this is a place where you can just share what you think and what's going on and how you feel about the situation.
Turning that down a minute. Y'all, I think for those coming in, they've been looking in a manhole over at Nancy's. I think something's going to break today. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I do think we are in day 8, and I think it's possible that they know a whole lot more than they're saying, and I am hoping that something will break today. This just cannot keep going on like this. President Trump even said there's going to be a resolve soon. Let's see. Could they be searching for yeah, they could be. This is such an evil and cruel safety. Absolutely. She was violated in her own home, and we don't know. I hope it wasn't nothing sinister that they were looking for in the manhole. Well, if she's there, that's of course sinister. That's sinister enough in itself, but that's not what I mean. I mean her pacemaker or something, but I don't think they would have took her pacemaker out and just carried her on off. And I really think it's somebody that does know the family or that is close to the family and knows this layout. Again, I'm not accusing anyone. I would like to see more from certain people, but that's not my call. That's their own call. But something is real strange about this case. Something is real strange about this case. People knew her movements, all that. How did they know she was even there that night and she wasn't still out with her daughter and son-in-law? How do they know she was, you know, why did this not happen? It gets pitch black there at 6 or 7 o'clock. Why did this happen at the timeline that it did? You know, why? We could ask all these questions all day long, and none of it's going to make no sense. Hey, E.T. I doubt he did. Fuck off, E.T. But anyway, I don't know. Nancy's life matters more than anything. Matters more than money, more than pride, you know, more than anger. It's a plea for that they're giving these people for safety for their mom, you know. They're willing to do anything for one more chance to be with their mom, the person that they love. That's what they're willing to do. They're willing to do that. They're willing to give up anything. So I don't know, a chance to celebrate life with the person. Not sure what that entailed as far as what they were thinking. Again, that could be taken for several different ways, honestly. Just one more chance to be with your mom. Just think about it. I know you all have moms or have had moms and grandmas out there, and there's no doubt in my mind that she loved her grandchildren and her grandchildren loved her, all of them, every single one of them. Just to have another minute with their mom would mean so much. So yeah, I do hurt for this family. I hurt for this entire family. I hurt for them. And I do pray for Nancy to be returned and be found and to be safe. I really hope she is found safe. Everyone, though, is innocent. No suspects have been named, not by law enforcement. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But again, allegedly, as we know, in my opinion, they went out and served a search warrant. Those are not easy to get on Annie's home. And they executed those search warrants. And for whatever reason, they did take some things out of there. I don't know exactly what they were, but they also did make photos. What were they making photos of? Somebody said maybe it was the serial numbers on the money. It's very possible. It's very possible. All that's very possible. Again, according to that news station, they said that the ransom was $6 million that they were asking for. People don't have that kind of money laying around. Do you? Do you? I don't know. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But they said they are paying it. Yeah, and they are. Yeah, that is true. Now, JLR told me he didn't tell me personally. He said on his live last night that they had those machines in the store up there. I don't know how all that works, but it ain't like you could just go get $6 million worth. And I don't know if that's U.S. money. I don't know. I don't know in Bitcoin. I just don't know. But I don't know how that would work. Go ahead, Raymond. You don't have to tell me. You just go. You're good. I understand. You're good. Thank you. It's not traceable. Millie, you remember what I told you about, what I told you. It's not traceable, but now within the last year, it's probably, they probably got ways to trace now. They probably got more. With this technology, I would be surprised if they can't. But it's harder. I will tell you that. It's a lot harder if they even do, But Nancy, she's also a grandmother. She needs to be found. She's 84 years old. She was bleeding. She needed evidently care. It's not just that simple, though, to get that much money. It's not. Let's listen and see if anything else is going on. Who is this? Who is this? Oh, no, he's just taking pictures. I think he's just taking pictures. He's just taking pictures. He's just a standby guy. Wouldn't it be strange if it was a random person and they're right there with them, standing beside them? That would be really freakish. There's no doubt in my mind that whoever did this is watching. There's no doubt. I think that a lot of things they put out is trying to throw them off as well, because they know too that they have been watching. They're not stupid. I don't think either party's stupid. The only stupid person that I think stupid right now is the one that's in jail for the fake ransom note. That's what I think.
He's coming back to his car. Are they leaving?
What I really want to see with this one is before I got off of JLR's was if all the cops left or not. Because he said that could mean something. Joseph, I tend to think with you, it's possible that from day one she was. Usually I'm very optimistic. We all got to have hope, but I think she probably is as well. But it still doesn't take away from the fact she needs to be found, and whoever did this, they need to be found and brought to justice. That's just my opinion on it. And I think they will. I really do. I think they will. Um,
Hey, I got you, Natalie. I got you.
they created the killer. As we know, they said we will pay. So they're trying everything that they can to reach out. The children, Savannah, Cameron, Annie was all there. They sent a message out to whoever allegedly sent that note, allegedly, and said, we will pay. We will pay for her safe return, and they have begged for her to be brought
We're
back.
just on the standby and waiting. I don't see a lot of activity other than what we have here, but you got the stream, you got to see what's going on outside the home. If anything comes here, they stop by, authorities, any more searches, anybody stops by, we'll see firsthand what is going on.
Now, FBI has still got the $50,000 reward offered for information leading to her recovery or leading to whoever did this, the arrest. There still is a $50,000 reward. But there it's still unknown. There's no proof of life. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna fill my coffee cup. Y'all go over and sub up, share, like to JLR. This is full credit to JLR.
Did you see the video that someone posted of the school? Where is that? Is that on the back of you?
I hope nothing didn't happen. Hubby's gonna fix me a plate of snacks. He's got a big old party tray in there. Big old party tray. They just come back with a big old party tray. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to plug my phone in. That's why I did that. No, this is not about politics. We're talking about a missing elderly lady. We sure are. This has, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Millie. But there's been no proof of life, and they have just asked and begged for proof of life. So I do agree. I don't think, in my opinion, that she's alive, but I hope I'm wrong. No arrests, no suspects, no persons of interest have been publicly identified, but there have been several ransom notes, letters. Who does that? Who does that? Hey, Daniel. Hello. Good to see you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Nancy's 84 years old, y'all. 84. And even though she had a good mind, she had to have critical medication to keep her alive. And as far as I know, they didn't take that medication with her. They didn't take any medication and say, oh, we're going to pack a bag for you, although they could have been there long
One
enough to
thing I
pack a
noticed
bag.
last night was with the Coyotes, man. The Coyotes last night were going crazy. Did you all hear the Coyotes last night? I played them. This was the Coyotes from last night that was outside the house.
What is that? Oh, that's the Coyotes he's playing. I thought that was the police coming. Listen to those coyotes.
This is outside the home of Annie and Tommaso, and there's coyotes.
Oh, I think it is, Millie. Today's Sunday. Yeah, probably Super Bowl. Y'all heard that? I thought it was the
Coyotes
Boy,
out
them
there.
coyotes was going nuts.
Well, that's the thing, man. And I don't want to be graphic, but if Nancy's like out there in the woods, man, look at like mountain lions, coyotes, rattlesnakes. It's crazy, man.
It just showed.
Oh, and
her.
By the way, I spoke to the neighbor across the street from Annie and Tommaso. He came out and got his mail, and he was cool. He's cool with everybody out there. He doesn't really care. He just wants this over with. But he was cool, and he was telling me here's another thing I haven't even shared. Across the street, if you look at Annie and Tommaso's home across the street to the right side, Authorities went there looking for their surveillance, by the way. Neighbor did tell me that. They came there. He didn't have any, but they came and asked him if he has any surveillance or ring cameras or any kind of cameras, or if they see, he just said they came there. He doesn't have anything useful, he said. But he also told me the coyotes run right through you, run right past you. There's a neighbor across the street. That was another thing I didn't even share. The neighbor across the street said authorities went about cameras. So there you go on that out. Look. The guy's a neighbor. He's talking to the police.
Oh, the neighbors are talking to the police. Uh-oh.
It's just something about being a neighbor.
Out. No. Can't have no more. Here. All right, they're swarming my food, y'all. Hey, Michelle. Leslie. Hey.
Another one. Leaving. He's leaving.
All right, he's leaving. Let's see what's going to happen next. God only knows.
Oh, they gave themselves the dap. Pound. They pounded each other.
Yeah, I hope they got
All right,
what they
I'm going to see if I
needed.
can go on the other side here in the camera. We still have one deputy here, one left.
Me too. Nancy's 84th birthday was January 27th. Maybe that's why Saturday they had a dinner party for her. Oh, very possible. Very, very possible. But again, do y'all think that it was planned? No matter who did it, somebody did it. I'm not saying the family. I'm just saying, do you think it was pre-planned? No, that's on there. That's not my dogs.
Dog's going wild. You hear the dog? There's a dog in there. Moms for Justice. Moms for Justice.
I do
Said she
too.
was trying to go live.
In my opinion, I
Couldn't
think
go
it
live.
was. Yeah, that puppy was upset. Wonder if they left it in the car or they were just passing by her walking.
Moms for Justice.
Hey, Carol. Hello. Good to see you, honey. Absolutely. Thanks for all these nurses. Danielle Lars said it was hot. His phone was overheating earlier while I was trying to do something, trying to listen, and his phone was overheating. So that it's hot there. So that's going to make a difference too, y'all, if she's not alive.
See, here's what I want to share. Fox News has just put out a report and said, grid search. Photos obtained by Fox News Digital from Liam Young show investigators carrying what appears to be a map at a staging area near Nancy Guthrie's Tucson, Arizona home. So
I do too. Carol.
wondering if they are planning to do something soon.
Well, they said there
Grid
would be a
search.
resolution. I really hope there is real soon.
Search. And
It's like 80 to get day. Yep. Yeah, it's starting to heat up everywhere. I can only imagine they're in the desert.
maybe map of the drainage system. That's a good thing. Maybe a map of the drainage system. I don't know. But I would definitely support it.
Uh-oh, I'm sitting here talking. It's on mute. Just barely a hair. I'll turn some music on for y'all, but I just want to mute it. But I do want to keep it going in case something happens, on the ground. We can be alerted to that. Hey, Roxy. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Everybody just coming in. Thank you for coming in. I didn't mean to hit the live button when I did, but here we are. Everyone, the most recent updated information that's come out, they went back to Nancy's house again, and they checked in some manholes or a manhole. And that is what was going on right now. Now, a couple of the cops have left. I think there's one more out there right now, maybe two. It looks like he might be getting ready to leave. I don't know if they found anything or did not. I really don't know. But as we know, hey, Donald, I think something is, you think she is? See, something's up. Something keeps bringing them back to the property, in my opinion. Because that's what I said. With the exception of that, of them going over to her daughter's house. They really haven't been nowhere else other than their regular duties, to check CCTV and all that. Everything keeps bringing them back to her home. Why is that? Hello, everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. I have to tend to think the same thing. I cannot help what I think. I can't tell people to help what they think and what their opinions and thoughts are. I really can't. I think law enforcement has to think, the same thing, but legally they just cannot come out and say, and they don't have something that they need right this minute. But I will tell you, those search warrants they're not easy to get. If that's the case, we could just go down to the law office or down to the courthouse every day and say, I need you to do this search warrant. My neighbor's acting up and I think there's drugs in the house, or there is. Even if you say you see, it's not going to be easy to get a search warrant. We can't do that. We don't do that here. But as of today, this case remains very urgent, very active, and they are on it. Nancy's still missing, and they need to find her. I'm wondering too, I just hope that they've checked. All we know is that they've checked out the Uber driver. I'm sure they've checked out everybody, but I'm sure she had to have somebody help her with that yard, her flowers. Maybe that was two different people, housekeepers. She may have even had a driver herself, if she needed to go somewhere. Who knows? Somebody didn't come in there and cook for her. We don't know these things. We don't know any of those things. But right now, the biggest development is that Nancy's family has confirmed that they they have got a message. They believe that whoever took her has sent them, and they made that short video pleading and begging for her safe return, and that they're willing to pay. They want to pay. They just want to know how, and they want her brought home. And then now today, the pool guy, that's right. Somebody has to keep that pool up. And keep that roof clean, right? I'm just saying. I'm sure everybody's been talked to. Literally, I don't know why everybody would have to be talked to. If I was a cook or a housekeeper or went over to run grocery errands or something for this lady, I would have volunteered to give them the last information that I know or seen. But we don't have anybody coming out saying this person acts strange, that person acts strange. None of that yet. So we don't really know. That's the only, and they have not said that. I was wondering that myself. Surely they counted the medications. Sometimes, we accidentally take one extra we're not supposed to, or we forget, oh shit, I took my medicine already. That's not going to kill you, but it could. Sometimes we forget to take our medicine. I don't know if that would tell them a whole lot, but it would be a start. I would love for somebody to come out and say, yes, we know for a fact she did not have any medicine taken with her or them, whoever took her. Like I was saying earlier, you can get anything you want online. So that's another thing I'm concerned with. Have they checked all of the cameras back as far as they can check them? It is. It is. When they start going in manholes, that's not good. I wished he would come out and give a presser today. I hear a lot of people's mad at him. I'm not sure that they need to be mad. I just think that he needs to come out and give a presser, because he said he would give one if something happened. Well, a lot has happened in 48 hours per se. They've went back up. They've served a search warrant. Nancy's car has been taken out. Now they've come back again and searched in a pothole. So I would say that some things have been happening. Yeah, the code. I'll be interested to know also too who had the code. Who had the code and who didn't. Let me rephrase that. And again, did they just knock on the door that night and she come to the door whether she knew them or not? Was there a blind spot there? Was the camera already down? Or who knows? I agree, Leslie. Green Eyes, hey, good to see you, Green Eyes. Thank you for being here. I was wondering about you the other day, honey. I'm like, where in the world is Green Eyes? Where is Green Eyes? So whoever took her, I hope they please tell. I hope they please do something. And I hope something happens soon, because there is a lot going on. And the more this happens, the crazier it gets. I'm not going to lie to you. The more that I've never seen nothing like this. Not on the news or otherwise. This is crazy. Yeah, I agree. That's not good. And I was thinking, not only that, and again, they're not going to come out because now he's brought up HIPAA, which who gives a shit about HIPAA now? But not only about the pacemaker, she's probably taking blood thinners, and probably, it dawned on me, with the heart problem, she probably had to have nitroglycerin with her at all times. This would probably scare her so bad, she probably need to take 1, 2, or 3, maybe, So is all of her medicine accounted for or left behind? I don't know. I mean, it's very, very strange to me. It's very strange. I just wish that they would come on and find her. I really do. It's sad. Let me see. It's sad for them grandkids. That's who it's sad for. I'm looking on here. Okay. Let me see. we'll share this one. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let's see what Brian says. Oh, I just posted it. Shit. Y'all know me and my silly buttons. Hold on a minute. Justin just posted one. Is Justin live, y'all? I didn't even look to see who all was live and who wasn't. Who was live and who wasn't. In my opinion, looked like Nancy tried to escape out of the front door. You know what? Hey, that's a good thing, Kim. She might have tried to get out the front door, although she couldn't run far. Maybe they were intending on taking her through the back. Yeah, I didn't think a lot of people was live at this point. Everybody's probably watching JLR. Everybody's probably watching him. Let's see. He's probably got over 11 or 12,000. He's got 17,000 people in there right now. 17,000 likes. I don't know. So, and he's got 31,000 people watching. Everybody's watching him. Everybody's watching him. Make sure you give JLR like I just did. Sometimes I forget that till the last minute. Make sure that you give him a like, share, and all those things. Let me turn it back on.
Field says her sources tell her he may be a prime suspect. Maybe a prime suspect.
Hold up. Let me go back.
Here.
Hold up. Let's listen to this again. What? I want to hear that about the prime suspect again. Yeah, 31,000 is watching JLR. Everybody's watching JLR. I'm so proud of him. I'll be honest with you. I'm so proud of him. Yo. Great hopes. Hello. I don't know. That's what I rewinded it. We'll hear it in a minute. We should be hearing it in a minute. I don't know where it was at. I don't know who said that. Somebody told JLR we're trying to hear. Something's happened today to cause them to come over there and look in the septic tank. Yeah, I said, yeah, yet. I don't know where he said it at. It should be right in here somewhere.
DoorDash. Crazy. All right, folks, you are still here. Just going to keep the stream going and see what happens this afternoon. A few more hours, sun starts going down. It is Super Bowl night. Super Bowl's on tonight. It is 1:19 Mountain Time, 3:19 Eastern,
Okay,
2:19 Central,
where did he say that at?
1:19.
Who said prime suspect who?
Oh, stay out of the driveway. He wanted them to stay out of the driveway. They don't want nobody in the driveway. So he's definitely guarding the house here.
All right,
These
so
guys are just standing like literally.
he'll
on the
be there
driveway
probably.
or in front of the driveway.
The cop.
No.
Let's just see. Let's just see if we hear who he was saying. I want to see who was saying. He was saying that it was a prime suspect.
All right, so also here's some news. All right, so also here's some news story. Kash Patel is coming to Tucson tomorrow.
Oh,
Kash Patel is coming to Tucson tomorrow, folks.
oh, Kash Patel is coming to Tucson.
Kash Patel is coming to Tucson tomorrow.
Wow. I wonder if they think that they're
He's going to
going
give an update. That's what reports are saying.
I wonder if it's because of the ransom and they feel like they got to deliver it. I wonder if they have been contacted again and we don't know it. Oh, wow. Bless you, honey. Bless you with all those people. Yeah, and trust me, whoever did this, I'm sure you agree, is
Kash
doing
Patel coming
everything.
to Tucson tomorrow. I wonder for what.
Probably has something to do with that ransom. Tell us anything you can tell us in the chat that how it is there or anything. I'll be right back. I got to potty real quick. Sorry, y'all.
Somebody getting arrested by the time he gets here? You say when they bring the FBI director, it's like a press conference announcing arrest, right? A conclusion to a situation.
All right, I'm back. Did they say anything about it is heartbreaking. Did they say anything? I don't know, but I think I missed that timestamp. It's not, I guess, important. We'll find out who the prime suspect is when they get arrested. Do you think, Lefty, they were that? I mean, I don't, but that's just my opinion. Do you think she was taking over the border, or what's the word on that opinion-wise there? Yeah, I think I missed it, Michelle. I don't know where it was. I just heard it. Somebody else
Kash
did.
Patel. I wonder what that's about. Or is that some pre-planned trip? Something prior? Or what? What's going on? This is the scene outside of Nancy
Oh,
Guthrie's
wow.
home.
You all go to the same church.
Drone is back up. Spectators, media out here,
Wow.
large groups of people out here.
I know you're very concerned about her. I'm so
Seeing
sorry.
what's going on.
They said everybody in that church knew her, and I'm very sorry. Can you confirm or deny if she was in-person church or if it was by the video, the TV or whatever? I'm not saying it right, but did she physically come to church since COVID, or was that just a rumor? I won't bombard you with any questions. I just wanted to know that one because that was kind of bugging me. You know, that was kind of bugging me. I agree. I don't. Yeah, and I think it would be hard to get somebody around the border. In her, not really. I don't think it would be that hard, especially if you knew what you're doing. But if you have somebody that's not mobile like that, yeah, they probably got to where actually. To be honest with you, Lefty, I'm with you. They probably got now to where they don't care. They just let anybody go in or out because they really don't give a frick now. Honestly, I mean, I could see that. Oh, thank you for that. See, and that makes it so much more hard because so that most of the time, y'all, this Lefty saying they went to church with her most of the time she was, you know, in church. So wow. Tucson, the border is wide open. Wow. Isn't that something? Another one just pulled up, Laura. We never know what's going to happen in this case. We just don't. Who's that, Laura? Was it Icamil? Is it Icamil? Who are you talking about? I don't know. Actually, you know what? Actually, let's see if we can hold on a minute. There we go. Oh, this is the one. This is the one I wanted to see. Hold on.
DoorDash. Crazy.
Hold on, guys. This is the one I wanted to see.
All right, folks, you are still here. Just going to keep the stream going and see what happens this afternoon.
All right, hold on. This is the one I wanted to show y'all. Hold on a minute. I want to see what Brian had to say.
Three's house right now, and you can see that the sheriff's office is back out here again, and we know that they have been using a hole and going into what looks like a septic tank here on the property. There was like a manhole that they pulled off, and they had a pole, and they were looking in the septic tank. They've been here for about an hour.
Credit to Brian.
We have our drone up, so I should get some video for you guys later.
Giving his report.
That's really been the main focus from what we can tell of what they've been doing here. This, of course, comes after last night. I was up super late. They were at Nancy Guthrie's house. I'm sorry, not Nancy Guthrie's house. They were at Annie Guthrie's house. I'm at Nancy Guthrie's house now. They were at Annie Guthrie's house last night. for about 3 hours, taking photos inside. We could see the flashes going off, and they were there until late last night. So investigators are still out and about. The sheriff's office has said there's no media briefings planned for today. Yeah, that's the latest. I'm going to try to get you guys some drone video soon. And I'm going to kind of go back and forth between Nancy and Annie's house. Hey guys, so I'm outside Nancy Guthrie's house right.
That's the first time I heard on Lefty saying that they checked the septic tank. Now, I did hear somebody ask yesterday on a stream, should it be, checked last night, or the manhole, should they be checked? So I don't know if this was a tip or not. I really don't know. So for those coming in, the latest from the sheriff on Nancy Guthrie investigation, investigators have not identified any suspects still, but they did go out there and look in the manhole, right? They did go out there and look in the manhole, and that is per Brian Eaton. And it's showing, hold on, look at this. Actually, hold on, gotta refresh. Hold on. Look, did y'all see that photo? There is no doubt she loved her mom. That's one Brian had just put out. I just saw. So that credit for that photo goes to Brian. I'm just sitting here looking through some of these now. I mean, it's sad, man. All this is terrible. All this is terrible. Let me see what else we can get before we go, because I think JLR is just going to pull up. Fox News is showing where they were literally. Let's go. Hold on a minute. Let's go to them. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Let me see. I'll get the Fox News up for y'all for a minute. Look what the drones got. They got their drones out and everything. All right, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. We're going to credit Fox News for this. Okay, so let's go back. I think this is it. Okay, so let's go to Fox News. I have to get it on the screen for y'all. Hold on, share screen. Watch this, y'all. They got good photos. Okay, there's the tip line. Let's hear what they're saying. Let's literally hear.
Alicia Acuna outside the home there. Alicia, we're watching these pictures from the Fox flight team. Clearly, there is something happening over there. We don't know exactly the nature of it. What can you tell us from your vantage point?
Hi, Kevin. I can set the scene here for you. About an hour and a half ago, we had a sheriff's deputy come up, park in front of the home. That caught everyone's attention. Now, not too long ago, within the last 20 minutes or so, we saw an unmarked vehicle with law enforcement drive up. The two spoke, they got back in their cars, and then we saw yet a third member of law enforcement walk up. 3 people walked to the back, 2 to 3 people walked to the back, and you can see them now. And they are what our drone team is describing to us. The Fox flight team is describing this as possibly a manhole. I heard Jonathan say that it could be some sort of water drainage. Either one of those is possible. We're not quite sure, but they've been poking around in there almost like they're looking for a sample of some sort. Looking into this area. We've been kept back just a bit, actually. Usually when they have some sort of activity here at the site of Nancy Guthrie's home, we're often pushed back. The media is pushed back so they can do their job. Clearly, they're not concerned about that right now because we've all been allowed to stay as law enforcement continues its work to the back. Kevin?
Let me ask you about the searches that were happening, Alicia, Saturday over at the home of Annie Guthrie. Have you heard anything about the nature of those searches?
Everything we've gotten has been from our Fox Digital team. They were on site when about 4.5 hours after Savannah Guthrie and her siblings released that most recent video. They arrived at that home. They were there for about 2.5 hours. And according to our Fox team on the ground there, they could see, they could hear clanking of some noise being made. They could also see in the garage area what seemed to be flashes of light coming from a camera. And then they noticed in another whole opposite side of the house, we don't know if it was a bedroom, but it was definitely a different room. They started seeing flashing lights, camera
I appreciate you so
assumed
much. And thanks
as well.
for your
They
input,
also
honey. And
noticed
I
that someone
pray
inside the
everything
home
goes back to
put
you
up
and for your
something to
community,
cover the window,
that they find
probably
her
as
real
to, you know, to
soon.
keep
And
the media from knowing exactly what they were doing. They were in there for quite some time, Kevin.
Thank you for
Also,
stopping in.
one of the agents was seen walking out. He had latex gloves on. They had a white folding table. They also carried out, one of the agents, a brown paper bag. We obviously don't know what's in it, but when you look at those types of behaviors and what law enforcement was doing there for so long, the family wasn't there, we understand. The question is, was this evidence collection? Because the behaviors there, if you go back to any other case that you've covered, Kevin, you and I both, that looks and sounds a lot like evidence collection. As Jonathan mentioned,
We will, honey.
the
I'm
Sheriff's
praying.
Department
I know I am.
reiterates, just as this is happening, that they will not be holding a news conference, that they won't be coming forward with any new information at this time. They still don't have a vehicle of interest, and they still don't have a person of interest. However, there is a tremendous amount of evidence collection going on. Obviously, there is a tremendous amount of activity happening as well. We have not had a news conference from the Sheriff of Pima County since Thursday.
And I understand if the pictures were accurate, that apparently someone in leadership over there was at a basketball game, which is probably not the best look for the department, but I'm not certain if that's actually been verified. But let me ask you while we have you, Alicia, I know that local news has been a bit of a repository for information regarding alleged demands, alleged requests made. Is that also happening in local Spanish TV, to your knowledge? And what, if anything, can we glean from the fact that the alleged abductors continue to be working at least somewhat to get the word out to?
Now, see, that's what I want to stop it for a minute. That's what I always pray. I prayed that with Sebastian's case, and I said it with the flyers and stuff. And she is so close to the border, whether it had anything to do with it or not. I hope that they do have Spanish TV. We haven't heard, we're fixing to hear the answer, I think. But I hope that, they have people over there getting all this news information out in Spanish, because that's a big thing. It really is a big thing. And I wish I just should have set my ass down in Spanish. And when I had Spanish in school, I should have listened. And kids, you better listen, because one day it might come in handy.
The local media.
It is interesting, isn't it, Kevin? Because obviously the kidnapping of Savannah Guthrie, an NBC News star, her mother, was going to garner national attention. And whoever's behind this decided to reach out to, as far as we know, 2 local TV stations here in the Tucson area, in addition to TMZ. They did not reach out to NBC, the employer of Savannah Guthrie. So only the person who's done this knows what the thinking is behind that, why those 2 local stations. There are other stations here. You asked about Spanish language. I cannot answer that question. I do not know. But it is compelling. And one of the stations received yet a second note. They did not release it to the public. They did tell us, though, one of their hosts went on one of the other networks and said that that note did not contain proof of life. It did not contain another deadline. And they really didn't go into much more detail.
Yeah, and that's the part that obviously the family is so desperate to see. We want to see proof of life, so that,
Yeah.
and again, they said in the video that we played, listen, we'll pay. We just want Nancy back. Stay on it for us, Alicia Acuna. We appreciate your time.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our.
So again, we have Fox News out there, that's on it. They have some really good pictures because they have some heck of a drones. And Leslie, I'm like you. I am holding on to hope. I mean, I am really holding on to hope. I hope that, they find her safe. Tomorrow is the deadline. Does that mean midnight? What does that mean exactly? What does it mean? We just don't know. But I hope whatever it is, I hope that they find her, and I hope that they get closure. I hope that she's safe. This is day 8. Day 8, Hey, Yvonne. Hello. I would question Annie and her husband because they dropped her off. Why didn't someone walk her to the door? I'm wondering also why they chose then not to walk her to the door as well, walk her up through the garage, no matter who it was. It just don't make sense to me either. Nothing about that night, in my opinion, makes any sense. Especially the dropping off and picking up. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And then I don't know why there was a delay. Hey, Kelly, I don't know why there was such a delay when the church called and said she didn't show up. She may have had plans. I was just thinking something. She may have had plans because they were going to do something for her birthday at church, even if she didn't go a lot. We don't know, but evidently they knew she was supposed to be there and she wasn't. So what was so important that it took so long? And, I'm just interested to know, which I know that information can't be put out right now. I can't wait to see who they contacted to tell that Nancy did not show up for church. But please know that. That's what's important. Please know that. This lady is a friend, you see, to the community. Lefty was just in here. The church thought the world of her, the community. She's from Kentucky, but she's been there 50 decades. That is a long time, y'all. 50 decades. Most of us don't even live long enough to see 50 decades, much less live in one place or around the area 50 decades. She was well established, she was well loved, but this has got to be scary for the community. It's got to be scary because they don't know. People may suspect, hey, is this, the son-in-law? Are they keeping things under wrap? Could it be somebody that really was lurking around? Could this have to do with cameras she was asking about a few months back on her own Facebook page? What about the white van? I mean, we have heard all kinds of things. We've heard all kinds of things, and it could be any one of those or several of those, and they could all be correct at the same time. We don't know yet. We just don't know. But I think we're going to find out. I think we're going to find out real soon. And this is unimaginable. It's too much uncertainty, and it's too much fear in the community, and it gets real, real dark out there. So, people are worried. People are worried. And, they got to be worried about, hey, saying anything. Can I be a witness or anything like that? You know, yeah, 5 decades. 5 decades, Millie. Absolutely. So there was a lot going on for those just coming in. I will tell you one more time before I go, and then I'll come back if anything else breaks, because God only knows what will break. Could the son-in-law need money? Just saying. Anything is very possible. Anything's very possible. You know, even though they had more money than you and me, I guarantee you it was still hard for them to live on. Especially they just bought that $650,000 house. So they're going to be looking at finances. They're going to be looking into all of those things. It could have a lot to do with a lot, you know, with anything. It absolutely could. Did they have a discussion about money at dinner that night? Any of that? And was they turned down? Was they pissed off? Have they asked before? Anything, you know. Hey, share self one. Hello, hello, hello. It could be anything, you know. But I do hope, I know that y'all got things to do. You have others you want to watch. But I do want to, you know, let people know she is somewhere out there. She's not, she's like everybody else, 84 years old. She shouldn't be too hard to find, too hard to see. Somewhere right now, you know, this family is hurting, whether it's the grandchildren, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, or all the kids, regardless, you know, if it's somebody involved in the family or not, this family's going to have a lot of tragic times if it is. And they're already going through it. They already look at them. They've probably all aged 10 years just in that photo right there from when I seen them a couple of days ago. Somewhere, though, right now, they're waiting for their mother, and she's out there somewhere, and they are holding on to hope that Nancy is alive, you know, and that somebody is listening, and that somebody will get in contact with them. That ball has been thrown, the doors have been opened, and they have asked over and over for contact, because they will pay. They will pay. It is very heartbreaking, Roxy. So wherever you are, Nancy, if you are, hold on. Oh, hold on a minute. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So anyway, wherever you are, you know, or anything like that, if you do hear this, know this world is trying to find you. Know that they're trying to find you. And there are people that you will never know who are trying to find you and hope that you are home. There are people out there with boots on the ground. And I wonder too, if they already really know, if that's why they're not doing this big search with, you know, like a search, we would call a search. But I hope that this lady knows, wherever she's at, that everybody is rooting for her to come back home safe and sound. And I hope that that family knows that. And y'all remember to keep them lines open, not for prayers, but for tips. If you have any tips, make sure you call it in to 520-351-4900. And if it has to do with any ransom, y'all were asked to call the FBI. So I think that's very important to keep in mind. I will play us out. Thank you for coming in and being here again. Kudos to JR for being boots on the ground. Thank you for letting everybody, because I know everybody used his stuff. And, You know, y'all don't be scared of JLR. He don't care as long. Look, he's like me. He don't care as long as his stuff is used right. Because he's about this, okay? As long as something's used right and it ain't a bunch of screw shit with it, then he don't care. And look, just like E.T. coming here with some bullshit, see, that's where we're different. But he didn't get where he got today by these caring about what these idiots think. And if you think I give a shit, no, I don't. This lady right here, I done told y'all in my chat earlier today, I don't care where she come from. And if tomorrow, God forbid, they come missing from my neighborhood, I don't care who they are. This lady, Nancy, 84 years old, deserves to be found, and she deserves the coverage just like anybody else. I don't care who she belongs to or who her children are or where her money came from or if she's got money. Listen, I don't give a damn if you're black, white, purple, green, gay, straight. I don't care. And I'm not going to continue to tell idiots that. Okay? So it matters. Everybody's life matters. Everybody's life matters. Young, old, everybody. Y'all better remember that before it happens to you. Before it happens to you. Y'all, I'm going to play us out. Keep on watching because something is going on. And I'm telling you, they may actually have more breaking news soon, and they may come out with who they think it is, or they may have arrest. We don't know. So I'm going to play us out. I love you all. Thank you all for being here, and let's get it.
She was born and bred in Nashville, but she walks the beaches down in Florida sand. A mother and wife, a daughter, a sister, trying hard to do the best she can. She found her voice with a heavy heart, looking for purpose with trembling hands. And giving this all a new start, moving ahead, speaking for ones who came. And she says, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones unheard, 'cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. Her mama fought cancer while she was searching, stories that needed a gentle voice. We saw summer's name and felt the heart ache and tried to bring light where there was no choice. And when she heard El Sebastian, her sadness rose. She prays for truth through the noise. She'll follow wherever the story goes, seeking their dignity, a child's joy.